What's going on, guys? My name is Sakha, and in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about why insurance agents fail. Because most of my subscribers are both people that work for insurance offices and some of them are agency owners, I'm going to try to make it relevant to both. However, all 8 of these points that I'm going to bring to you today are pretty universal, and they can probably be applied to just about any business. So if this is your first time tuning in, a little bit about myself. I own a few insurance offices here in Las Vegas, Nevada. I started my insurance agency ownership journey about 5 years ago. About 5 years in, we've grown to about $5 million in premium, and we're just getting started. I am looking to buy a third office and really just crush it in this industry. And so I've seen a lot of employees that have started working for me that have made it and are still with me today and crushing it. And I've also seen a few of my employees not make it. And so I feel like I can give you guys some value as far as what makes people fail, what makes them succeed. So if this is your first time tuning in, do me a huge favor, destroy the like button if you get some value, as well as follow me on all my social media platforms as well, and subscribe for all content related to insurance, entrepreneurship, and self-development. Let's get into it. All right, the first reason why insurance agents fail is that they treat it like a job, not a career. Or if you're an agency owner, they don't treat it like a business. And when I first got started, let me tell you, I'm putting in late nights. I'm there early, right? I am just doing whatever it takes to make sure this thing works, right? I'm investing a lot into it, and so I've got to see it through. And there were other agency owners that I knew of that, they would leave at 5:30, right? As soon as, I'm off, right? My employees are off, so I'm off too, and they would leave, right? The same for my employees, right? I have employees that if they're struggling, I'm expecting them to stay a little bit later, right? I'm not going to tell them that I'm requiring it, but I'm expecting them to, right? They have a key. They can come in here on a Saturday, right, if they really want to. And I want to see that they do whatever it takes to make it happen. So I say that because people, they don't take it seriously. They don't treat it as if, like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to make sure this thing works. And so if you don't treat it like a career, right, what you're doing, if you're not treating it like a career and you're treating it like a job, then you're going to get that type of a result. And so if you're an agency owner and you're not doing whatever it takes, shame on you. You're going to fail. It's just inevitable. And I've seen that happen firsthand with a lot of agency owners that started with me in training, and they weren't here 2 years later. And so the first thing is, if you're an agency owner, treat it like a business. Like, this is your baby. You need to attend to it, and you need to do whatever it takes to make sure that you don't fail and that you're winning at a high level. The second reason why insurance agents fail is that there is, in some situations, a lack of support, right? I saw many insurance agents that started with me that blamed it on the lack of support, and I get it. When you're getting ready to, I happen to be a captive insurance agent. I represent one company, and I'll be honest with you, when you start, they're over-promising, right? The field sales leaders or the support staff, the people that got you onboarded to start your insurance office, they're promising you the world. You get all this. I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to, I'm one call away. Let me know if you need anything. And in some situations, yes, there's a lack of support. They're not going to deliver on, everything that they're promising you. And so, sometimes it's a lack of training. It's a lack of support. You're not getting the support that's necessarily needed, and that's why they fail. But this leads me to my third reason why insurance agents fail is their lack of resourcefulness, right? So I'm going to put it back on you, the business owner, back on you, the insurance agent, is get resourceful, right? If you're not getting the support needed, if you're an employee and you're not getting the support needed, go and find a different office, right? You can only go as far as your leader will take you, your agency owner will take you. But if you're an agency owner, get resourceful. I didn't have all the support needed when I started when I started this insurance office, right? I didn't have all the support, but I went out and I found it. I got resourceful. I tapped in. I built relationships with other high-performing agents, and I reached out when I needed something. I got resourceful, and there's this saying that it's not a matter of the resources that you have, it's a matter of being resourceful, right? The resources are there, you've got to find them. And so reason number 3 why most agents fail is that they are not resourceful. The 4th reason why insurance agents fail is that they are not driven or they're not coachable. And what I would tell you is one of the reasons for our success at our agencies is that naturally God gifted me with I'm just driven. I'm a driven SOB. I am a go-getter. I guess that was just a natural thing that was given to me. And not everyone's driven, right? It's not in everyone's DNA. And another reason why we've been successful is I'm very coachable. I do not have it all figured out, right? If you're doing something that's working for you, I want to know. I'm going to try and build, instead of hating on other people, I try to build relationships with everybody. I don't want to block my blessings. So I get to know people. I get to know top performing agents all around the country, all around the state, and I want to know what's working for them. And I'm open. Let me take away all ego. I want to know what's working for other people so that way I can implement that into my operation. Even from the top level where I'm at, from an agency owner standpoint, I've got to be coachable. I've got to figure out where I'm screwing up, where I need to improve, and I need to be coachable enough to implement those changes. And so whether you're an agency owner or whether you're an employee or an agent, you've got to be coachable, you've got to be driven, or else you won't get very far. The 5th reason why insurance agents fail is and I'm a big believer in this one, is they do not promote themselves enough, right? We are in the social media generation, right, where you've got to be promoting yourself. We've got this tool right here that you need to put yourself out there. If people don't know who you are and what you do, how can they buy your product or service? So I recommend that if you're, a lot of people fail because they fail to put themselves out there. They fail to promote themselves. They're afraid about what people are going to think about them, and that's crap. Put yourself out there. I don't care if it's just a little Instagram story or a Facebook story or Snapchat, whatever, or TikTok where it's just you walking into your office, right? Document it, right? Hey, getting my day started. What's going on? Hit me up for an insurance quote. I'm happy to help. I'm going to be here all day, blah, 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 blah. Call me, right? Just little things, if you work for farmers, take a picture of the storefront as you walk into the office and say, hey guys, call me for a quote today. You've got to put yourself out there. And as you can tell, I'm very passionate about this one because I've built my business off of social media. I built my business off of putting myself out there, documenting my journey, showing people what I'm up to on a daily basis. And you don't got to get fancy with it, right? You do want to put out good content, but you don't got to get fancy with it. Sometimes it's as simple as taking a photo of your Starbucks coffee and saying, hey, I'm going to be here till 5:30, call me for a quote, right? So be sure to put yourself out there. The 6th reason why insurance agents fail is a lack of accountability. And this is something that is, nonstop. You're always going to have to work at this, right? I'm still working at this. I'm holding myself accountable to a high level. I'm holding my staff accountable to a high level. And, there's got to be consequences, right? If you don't get done what you say you're going to get done, there needs to be consequences, right? As an agency owner, sometimes you have to write people up. Sometimes you have to give verbal warnings. Sometimes you have to let people go to let your team know that I'm not messing around. And I'm the chill boss. I like to consider myself the fun boss. We have a good environment. We have fun. Last month we did Plinko, for high performers. You get Plinko chips and you can win gift cards and, time off and things like that. We have a lot of fun. I take my team out to bowling, Top Golf, and we just do a lot of fun things. But there needs to be a certain level of accountability. You've got to hold your team accountable and yourself accountable to the standards and expectations that you create. If someone creates a goal of selling, 50 policies a month and they fall short, you need to hold them accountable. You need to ask them, hey, what happened? Why did you fall short? And so accountability is a big reason why most people fail. They don't hold themselves accountable. If they miss a goal, they're like, whoop, I'll get it next month. And the next month rolls around, whoop, I'll get it next month. And they're just not holding themselves accountable. All great teams, all great organizations have a high level of accountability. And if you want to be here, if you want to be, if you want to be in business, or if you want to have a job a year from now, you've got to hold yourself accountable. So that's a big one. Hold yourself and your team accountable. The seventh reason why insurance agents fail is a lack of systems and processes, or bad systems and processes, or no systems and processes. And what I mean by that is, whenever you're experiencing success, there is a reason for that. There are certain things that you're doing on that sales call. There are certain things that you're doing that create that success. And so as you're starting out in this business, you might not have any systems and processes, but you've got to figure some out, and you've got to document what is working so that way you can repeat these systems and processes. For us, I know that if we quote about 10 households, on average, one should be automatic. You should be able to close one household out of 10. And if you're really good, you'll close 2 or 3. And so, we have we've created systems and processes over the last 5 years, and we're still refining and sharpening up these processes to make them align with where I see my agency going, as well as I'm learning from the top agencies in the country, and that's what makes me refine my processes so that way we can get even better results. And so, at my office, we have telemarketers. We have, you see these lights right here. We have a light system that whenever somebody's on the phone, they get somebody in a parking lot, our sales team picks up that phone call and they proceed with the quote. That's one of our many systems and processes that we have as well. So make sure that you're creating systems and processes that will equate to success for your career or your insurance agency. The eighth and last reason why insurance agents fail is really quite simple. They get comfortable, right? If you're an agency owner and you start making some money, you're going to get comfortable. I've seen it. I've seen so many agents just get comfortable. They start making a little bit of money, and if you're not growing, you're dying. I don't care what industry you're in. At the moment you get comfortable, the moment you say, I've got this all figured out, is the moment that you're going to start losing. So again, you're either growing or you're dying. I've seen employees just get comfortable, right? They sell 30 policies in the first half of the month. They take their foot off the pedal and they don't sell anything for the second half. I'm like, what happened? And they got comfortable, right? It happens, right? Where if somebody's having an epic month this month, they subconsciously take their foot off the pedal and they're not building pipeline for the next month. It shows, and it usually shows with their activities and so on and so forth. A lot of insurance agency owners, as soon as they start making money, they stop investing in their business. They start going out golfing, right? They start doing all these things that are a lot different than what they did, to get there in the first place. And so you've got to constantly keep growing, constantly keep pushing yourself, constantly keep holding yourself accountable as the leader of your agency as well, because your employees will follow your lead. So if you start getting comfortable, guess what they're going to do? They will too. And so this one's a big one. This is the reason why a lot of people fail at life, is they just get comfortable. And so it's one thing to remain driven, to keep your whys, to always create new goals for yourself, bigger and better goals, maybe different travel destinations that you want to go to personally, maybe a different car that you want to have someday, maybe you have a kid and you want to put them to a certain college. Always keep your whys first, front of mind every single day, so that way you stay sharp and you don't get comfortable. So that's my last tip, guys. Those are my 8 reasons why insurance agents fail, and I hope it brought some value to you today. If you haven't yet, destroy the like button. If you did get some value, comment what things work for you guys. Comment, just engage, help me out with what content I should put out in the future. And also be sure to watch all my other videos. I drop a ton of videos on entrepreneurship, self-development, and insurance. Follow me on all my social media platforms. If you guys tuned in this far, thank you so much for watching. Peace.